Hey, do you know what isn't a bad show? Doctor Who.
You are the timeless child.
Well, most of the time it's pretty good.
Here we are, complete strangers, and I'm flashing you my knickers.
Okay, sometimes Doctor Who is good and sometimes it's not as good. Doctor Who YouTuber and fellow Planet Broadcasting great mate, Shabagana... Oh, bloody hell. Shubagana Who? It doesn't matter. Anyway, this dude reached out to me and said, Tim, I need you. I need you to produce the best piece of damn content ever put on the internet. I said, fair enough, and here we are. One fantastic scene is a load of Doctor Who YouTubers. I hope there's lots, otherwise I'm going to look really lonely right now. Getting together and choosing one Ninth Doctor moment that they think perfectly sums up that character in just over 5 minutes to suit the YouTube algorithm. So here we go, this is the big reveal, the moment you've all been waiting for, the moment we think perfectly sums up the Ninth Doctor in all his glory. It's...
Excuse me, do you mind not farting while we're saying the words?
Hello everybody, this is Tim Saxby. That was very energetic, wasn't it, Harry?
Yeah, that's more jovial than usual.
It's because I'm so damn excited to talk about one fantastic scene to do with the Ninth Doctor.
Fantastic scene.
He's
Sorry,
here with us, I can't believe it.
Hello, I'm Christopher Eccleston. I'm the Ninth Doctor. I hope he never sees this. I hope he never sees this. I'm a big fan of his work. I don't...
I just saw your face then as... Oh, God, no, I've just realised.
I've been doing this dumb voice like so many times throughout our podcast, and just now I realised, wait, what would Chris think of this?
Yeah, so we are here to do the one fantastic scene. We could be picking a scene from The Empty Child. We could be picking a scene from Dalek, The Parting of Ways, Bad Wolf, Rose. But we've gone with the scene where an alien explodes because it doesn't like vinegar from World War III, Episode 5, written by Russell T Davis, Series 1. What?
That's a lot of factoids there.
It is a lot of
figures.
That's fair. I'll talk about why I picked this scene in a minute. I want to know what you like about this scene, Harold.
I think, well, firstly, it's we've been a bit cheeky because it's a very long scene. It's basically at least half of the episode takes place in this little secure room. But why that's a good thing, really, is because you get to see just a real range from the Ninth Doctor. Yeah. And in addition to seeing kind of his range, you get to see kind of how he plays off lots of different characters. You get to see how he plays off Rose. You get to see how he plays off Harriet Jones. You get to see how he plays off Mickey and Jackie. You get to see how he plays off the Slitheen themselves. It's really, it kind of, you see a lot and learn a lot about the Ninth Doctor through the way that he interacts with all of these different people.
Yeah, there's definitely a scene where Harriet Jones suggests something. I can't remember what she says. It's before she points out the alien's farting smells like bad breath. And the Doctor, you can really tell he admires her. He says, like, oh, well done, Harriet Jones. And it's very rare that you see the Ninth Doctor show so much admiration for someone that isn't Rose.
Absolutely, yeah. And, I mean, I think there's...
No, go on, sorry.
I mean, it's kind of a lot of that in this. Like, you usually, when you think of the Doctor as a character, you think they're the one who takes charge, they're the one that leads, they're the one who has all the answers. And in this scene, you kind of see that the Doctor really isn't that. In this scene, in addition to relying on Rose and Harriet Jones, he has to rely on a lot of people. At one point, he, quite hesitantly admits that he has to rely on Mickey to give him information. Yes. And, yeah.
I want to get to the Mickey stuff because Mickey was half the reason I really picked this scene. The other half is the scene in which Jackie on the phone asks the Doctor, is Rose safe with her? And he doesn't reply, does he?
No, that's watching the episode for our podcast. That was one of the kind of moments in this episode that kind of really stood out to me. And kind of one of the strengths of this episode as a whole is that it really kind of explores something which I'm not sure if Classic Who ever explored it, but it really kind of, Russell T Davies really goes in depth with it with this series of how Rose traveling away doesn't just impact her, but how it kind of impacts the people she left behind.
Yeah, because it's something that we've noticed a lot when rewatching it through the podcast is that there is an awful lot of, is Rose actually a nice person towards her family? Because she just picks up and leaves her boyfriend and leaves her mother behind. And she doesn't tell them much about the Doctor. And I think it's really clear when we go into Mickey's room that we see that in the background, Mickey has been doing endless research on aliens, the Doctor, homemade UFOs. There's so much in that room that you can pick apart. It's clear that people, she just pissed off.
I mean, you would, like, if your, like, girlfriend of, I'm assuming Mickey and Rose have been together for, like, well over a year. Like, if your girlfriend of that long just took off with some random bloke in a magic blue box, you'd want to kind of know, why are you leaving me for this guy? Like, what is this guy? And kind of, that's a really strength this scene has, that you don't just learn about the Ninth Doctor through the Ninth Doctor, you learn about him through how others regard him, which is, when you kind of look at him from an outside's perspective, he's really weird and kind of unsettling.
Yeah, I never really thought about it like that. I suppose you're right, yeah, because he's quite arrogant towards Mickey, isn't he? Especially this incarnation of Doctor. When Mickey texts Rose the picture of the Slitheen that he's just killed when saving Jackie, the Doctor's response is, I'll tell your stupid boyfriend we're busy. Only to a few moments later desperately need his help.
Yeah. And I think, like, that's another thing about this scene which I think is good. I feel like this is the first, or at least one of the first scenes in this series where you kind of do see a bit of growth from the Ninth Doctor, and that kind of is regarding his relationship to Mickey. That, you know, whenever we've seen him talking about or interacting with Mickey before, he's been very, very quick to dismiss him as just some, you know, pathetic, you know, human.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You know, some unremarkable scaredy cat.
Yeah.
But
over the two seasons that Mickey's in, we do see him evolve, and he definitely, you know, in series 2, especially in series 2, when he leaves, he and then comes back, he's, you know, quote unquote defender of the earth.
Yeah. And I mean, like, even like here in this series, Mickey kind of like shows he's not a complete layabout. Like you said, he's done lots and lots of research while Rose has been away. Like, he's not been just like sitting on his ass. He's been I mean, that's the thing about Mickey kind of throughout the whole show. He's very active off camera, but because it's from, because the story's always told from the perspective of the Doctor and Rose, you don't really see how much hard work and graft Mickey's putting in.
No, yeah, definitely. Even because he even gets accused of kidnapping and murdering Rose when Rose disappears for 12 months. But credit to Mickey, he still stands by Jackie, even when she's about to be eaten by Slitheen and killed. He comes in, whacks her over the back of the head with a chair, and, you know, he rescues her and takes her to her flat. There is a scene where you can tell even Mickey's had enough of Jackie, when he's trying to launch a missile, and she's like asking all these questions.
That's something you see a lot from this Doctor. There's a lot of situations where it kind of goes for every Doctor that sometimes, while they know what's going on a lot of the time, sometimes they just do not have an answer, and so they just have to, you know, essentially BS their way out of a corner.
Yeah, it's the way you suddenly realise, and he goes, "Harriet, have a drink."
How can you do that on a godforsaken rock?
Excuse me, your device will do what? Triplicate the flammability?
Is that what I said?
You're making it up.
Oh, well, nice try. Harriet, have a drink. I think you're going to need it.
You pass it to the left first.
Sorry.
Thanks.
No, I love that. I love that kind of just moment. And that's something I do love, actually talking about the Ninth Doctor and Christopher Eccleston. He manages to handle those moments of levity just in such kind of an understated way.
Yeah.
So well, like kind of the way he just kind of like casually passes it while having that big kind of goofy grin on his face.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's those moments of the Ninth Doctor that I just never tire of.
On that amazing high note, do subscribe to this Doctor Who YouTube channel. You can click everywhere you like to do whatever you want. What should they do, Harry?
Let's see. Well, you can you can hit that bell for notifications. You can comment if you feel inclined to do so. On iTunes, you can rate 5 stars. You can download on iTunes.
Yes, you can go to Twitter and follow us on Twitter at Bigger on the Pod. YouTube, you're already here, so don't worry about that. Acast, shows.acast.com/bigger on the inside. Leave us a 5-star review on iTunes and email us biggerontheinside@gmail.com, because this has been by far and away the best video we've ever made.
Don't say that. If this is our best video, we'll think everything else is worse.
This is the second.
This is the worst video done.
No,
this is the worst video we've done. Every other video is like infinitely better. This is the worst thing we've done. Everything else is brilliant compared to this.
So thanks for watching and listening, guys. Go watch some other people's videos on the playlist as well. They'll all be better than ours, but you definitely should subscribe to ours. Also, these are meant to be video essays, and we've just chatted for like a good 20 minutes. Also, I want to know if anybody's done anything with the long game on here. Has anyone picked our favourite character, Adam Mitchell? Is anyone doing anything with him?
Adam Mitchell is the best companion. He's the best companion.
You heard it here first. He's the only companion in my eyes.
If we ever do merch, we need to get Adam Mitchell as the best companion.
Yes,
t-shirt.
yes. We're going to work on that right now. So I'll say goodbye. Bye-bye. Now you say bye, Harry.
I do this every time, and it's awful. Bye-bye! It's not usually that bad.